Don't bury it in the trolling motor.
It's a good one. That was quick.
Nice one. It doesn't count because I wasn't ready yet.
You were ready. Oh, there we go. That was quick. Thanks, bud.
So today it's all about just having some fun. I figure I need to enjoy my time while I can fishing with Mason. Mason's headed to Japan in late August, so I figure I want to get in the boat and fish with him as much as I can. Plus, it's like I tell my buddies, I'm working. You know, it's a good time for me to just get out here, practice fishing certain baits, play with you know, the live scope, and just do everything that. This is a good time for me to experiment and just play with different techniques and setups. So maybe I should put the bladed jig down. Well, I got to say, I'm super excited. We got up this morning. It was raining a little bit. We almost didn't come, and came down to a little lake that I hadn't been to in over 10 years. And we are at a, I don't even want to say the name. We're at Critzer Lake, a lake I came to about, I think it was in 2012. I filmed a show down here. The lake was pretty new then. And just decided to load up, get Mason and Bobby, come down here and see what this place has to offer. I know when we were here back in 2012, there was a lot of little fish in here. Came down here and we've literally, I don't know, went 200 yards from the boat ramp, and Mason caught a solid, probably 16-inch, maybe 2-pounder. So with that being said, let's go see if we can find some fish. This is the place you want to bring your brand new wrapped boat. It's nice and waxed and clean. Where did you see one blowing up at?
Right up here, pretty much parallel with the front of the boat.
Oh!
Is that a
smallmouth? Smallmouth. I saw the sign said there was smallmouth in here.
Good one too.
Oh man, that's a good smallmouth. Here.
Do you need some help landing them?
No, apparently I forgot how to land fish. Come here.
Are you sure you don't need some help landing it?
Looky there. How about that for nice Kansas fishery? That's awesome. Let him go, and then I'll tell you where we're at. So, you know, here in eastern Kansas, we've had a lot of rain lately. A lot of the lakes were really low, and they've come up. This one, when we pulled up to the ramp, I noticed it's definitely full. The water willows, they've got water over the top of them, and we've come down here by the dam, and the thing I noticed, I can hear it. There's water pouring out of the spillway. So this doesn't appear to be a lake where they can let more water out of it. It just gets to a certain height and then the water sucks out of it, but I can hear water pouring out of the lake. So we're going to come down here and try down by the where the water sucks out, because anywhere that creates a current is always a good place worth checking. So and being that I caught a nice smallmouth, and knowing there's smallmouth in here, we might go ahead and try the dam as well. Mason, these big fish will suspend in these trees.
I know, I'll probably set up a lot like Bone Creek, I bet. Oh, there we go. Little guy. Really little guy. How
Be
about
sure to
that?
get a picture
How
of that
about
one.
that giant? Oh, you see that?
What?
I had a little one come and try to get it right when I pulled it out of the water with that stick.
I did not see that.
Oh, look at all the fry I just scooped. There we go.
Uh-oh.
Little guy. There's number 2 for me.
Uh-oh, gosh. I just landed right on top of one. Dang it.
Number 2 for me. He's got a beat up mouth. There you go, bud. I'm so pretty surprised that we haven't had another smallmouth bite along the dam.
Mm-hmm. Because you're supposed to throw a Ned rig for them.
That's okay. That's okay. I'm not in a tournament.
But I mean, I'm not seeing any.
They have some serious wind here too, it looks like.
Oh, yeah, yesterday they had that big line of storms come through.
Oh, they did?
Yep.
Yeah, look at those water willows, how they're laying over. Oh, right at the boat.
Ooh, there's a good
Decent
one.
largemouth.
How big is that one?
I think he's maybe a little bit bigger than the one I caught earlier. Oh, he's got me on something, I think. There we go, he's off. Oh no, that's a good one.
Well, I thought.
Come here, bud. Another good one.
Okay, let's weigh Mason's.
Look at that. Barely got him just on
Wow.
the end of his nose.
Was he 2 3/4?
Probably. Look at all those scars and stuff on him. Parasites.
213. Oh, hang on.
Oh.
214.
Cool. There we go, 214. It's a good one. Healthy one. Those scars on her tail though. Or parasites or whatever they are.
It's got to be crappie.
They look like big crappie. Oh no, that one up under the surface looks like it might be a bass. Of course, look at all the shad over there in the wood.
Oh, what the heck is that? Are you sure they're shad? Those are
Carp.
Carp. We landed this one right on this fish.
And there's got to be drum in this place too. I might as well just get them all.
Not quite the
The Critzer Lake Big Five. We got the largemouth, the catfish, the bluegill, and the green sunfish. I haven't caught a smallmouth yet.
what do they call it in Florida though? The inch,
Grand Slam.
The inch, yeah. The Kansas Slam and Grand Slam. Ooh, 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 right there, right there, right.
Are you getting that one? There we go. They will eat topwater today. They're just green sunfish and the same size as your bait. That was a carp.
And you know, if you live in Kansas, we either have 30-mile-an-hour winds or not a breath of wind. And yesterday, 30-mile-an-hour winds. Today, not a breath of wind. And just the pros pointer, I'll take wind any day over calm. Just because the fish bite better when it's windy.
Yeah, I think I'd rather deal with everything being a pain to cast instead of a little bit tougher fishing.
I mean, this place could be absolutely full of them, but they're just...
But it's late May.
Middle May.
Middle May.
No, April would have been great. Early May would have been great. Now we're some spawning, some post spawn, some already out.
There we go. Another one that bit right at the boat.
What are you doing? Like killing fish here?
Check in there, buddy.
You mean that's what they're supposed to feel like?
Ah.
Whoa. So I guess I said I'm supposed to be practicing other techniques, but you kind of got to find an area that you feel like there's some fish. So, was that a bite?
No, I think I scared a carp, but it about gave me a heart attack.
Are you sure?
Well, if it wasn't a carp, it was like a 10-pounder.
Well, there's lots of 10-pounders in Kansas. So
Yeah, just based on the numbers, I'm going to say it was probably a carp.
Gosh. Just not feeling it, Mason. You know it?
Mm-hmm.
Are you?
Not really. It seemed like the rock is what they related to more than anything.
I can probably get on plane and just run out of here now.
Yeah, you're gonna be drafting less water.
You want to make a good video, sweetie?
We're gonna be doing a durability test.
Truman used to look like this, and I used to be able to run through it on plane, but I knew where I was going.
Mm-hmm.
Oh!
Is that a better one?
Just like I thought. Whew. That was fun. That's the thing about these lakes like this, is a fairly new lake. It has a standing timber in it, so the fish like to suspend in the trees. So we might have just figured something out here. That fish was suspended. How deep is it here? 8 foot of water.
6 where you caught him, though, I think.
So let's see. Is that a 3-pounder? $2.9. Good solid 2.5-pounder though. That was fun.
There we go. Ooh. He pulled off and now he's hooked on the side.
We said we weren't feeling it, and it's just amazing how you just
So you're gonna come up here,
move
yeah.
a little bit. Oh wow. Snagging them, huh?
He was hooked in the mouth originally. Thanks, buddy.
So I grew up fishing standing timber because that's what we had here in the Midwest. Truman Lake, a lot of the smaller lakes here in Kansas, and it can almost be overwhelming at times. But just like anything, you got to pick edges. you gotta pay attention to, I look at the trees as being cover, but you've got to look at the structure below there, whether there's a creek channel that runs through it, a ditch, a tree row. Isolated trees are sometimes the biggest key, or trees that stand out, one that's laying on its side, a bigger tree, anything like that. But when it gets like this, the fish are suspended in it. It can kind of be overwhelming, but that's where just putting on a moving bait, bladed jig, a spinner bait, a square bill, something like that, and just covering water, because you try to fish the whole water column and it can, be a little too much. But there's a lot of times where the fish just like to suspend in the tops of them, and that's the area that you focus on. Huh. Let's get out of here. Okay, so we've got a little bit of time at home, and for me, it's all about being on the water and staying in tune with the fishing. So with that being said, we've just decided to go explore some of the local lakes around. So we've been here at this one. It's a neat lake. I'm gonna come back without a doubt. It's just we're in that weird time of the year, and between the standing timber, the water willows, and it looks like they've had a lot of rain here, so the water's pretty muddy. So I'm using that as the excuse, as it's just kind of a weird time here. The way we caught fish, they were really scattered. So I'm sure we could stay here and grind it out, but I want to go explore some new water. So we're gonna go check out something different.